Hello everyone, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. I really hate Valentine's Day. Not only that I never had a date for Valentine's Day, but the holidays, but the whole day, if you want to call it a holiday, is fucking bullshit. It's a pagan day. If you looked up, I don't know if any one of y'all looked up the history of Valentine's Day, but if you have, I'd really like for you to comment or make a video response because from what I researched, I haven't researched it lately. You know, the whole thing of Valentine's Day is this. I think it was like a Romeo Juliet kind of thing, and there was mass murderers. I'm not trying to go into it. I'm not really sure. I really gotta brush up on my history on this shit. But I can say this: for every so-called holiday that we celebrate, there's always seems to be bloodshed, murder, some kind of rape, child rape, some kind of violence, and there's always sometimes some kind of oppression towards another group of people. If that makes sense. So all I'm gonna say is know what you're celebrating. Look up these holidays and ask yourself why you're celebrating something. Why are you celebrating terrorism and tyranny? I'm sorry. You're celebrating your own fucking demise. What I don't like about Valentine's Day, throughout the last, it's like it's like when you got, it's nothing more than a fucking business. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing more than a commercial holiday. It's not about love and romance, but a lot of women think it is. It's nothing more than a government promoted day of oppression towards another group of people. And you're celebrating terrorism and bloodshed when you really think about it. But a lot of women don't want to know that, and they don't care because they're getting the love and the attention. You got all these simps, these pussy beggars, these pussy whip males, these manginas buying women flowers. You giving these self-entitled broads. Excuse me. Oh, you're giving these self-entitled bitches who have a false sense of fucking entitlement, and they just don't. I mean, they do nothing. What have women done to deserve a fucking Valentine's Day, y'all? The majority of them, the vast majority of women. What are you guys doing? God, especially guys who don't have nobody. Why are you even bothering buying women flowers and gifts and candy when and hoping that you're gonna get a chance to smell the pussy when most of the time your ass is gonna get, if you're like in my predicament, you're gonna get friend zoned. You're gonna get put in the friend zone, the nice guy category, to be used and abused and used and abused and oppressed and used and abused and oppressed and depressed. That's what women do to nice guys, men who have good hearts. Most women are cold-hearted bitches. And don't come at me, to you women who are watching me and listening. Don't come at me, well, there's men who are heartless assholes. Never said that men were angels, and never said men were perfect. But most men have more of a heart than women do. You see men dying for women, men doing this for women, men catering to women, men pandering to a group of women that he don't fucking know, doing this for women, going out his way to make women happy, spending up his money, his hard-earned money, to make a bitch happy, and what does he get in return? What? A kiss? Oh, let's be friends. Maybe I'll let you hit. I'll give you some pussy. Maybe I'll give you some head. even though you hadn't had it in a long time, and it's not even consistent. It's like one time you might get some, but most of the time you're probably not going to get some if you're an undesirable. All I've seen for the last week and a few days is men spending up their money, buying women this, buying women that, buying women this, buying women that. And it's fucking sickening. It's like you gotta buy the most expensive gift for a fucking bitch. I thought it didn't matter. I thought, excuse me. I thought it didn't matter how much the gift cost. I thought it was all as long as the thought and kindness that counted. But men buying women these bitches that they don't really fucking know. Not in really, some of them are not even in a serious relationship with. And even if they are in a serious relationship, what has the woman brought to the fucking table for you as a man? Don't give me sex, okay? Because you give her sex anytime she wants it, right? Because she decides if she wants to have sex or not. You don't have a say so in that. She decides if she wants to go out with you or not. She decides if she wants to be exclusive with you or not to you as a man. The woman decides if she wants to have a relationship with you or not. She decides if she wants to give you the time of day or not. You know what I'm saying? She's not doing us any fucking favors by giving you a kiss, a makeout session, then a blowjob. A blowjob. Or you taste her pussy. You don't know where she has been for the last 48 hours. She probably fucking some other dude and you tasting his fluids. Think about it. You're probably nothing more than a sloppy seconds. Just being real. I see men buying women the latest fashion, buying them rings, buying them all types of jewelry. Some of them even paying their bills. Some of them even buying them a new car. And what's the man? And it's like you don't know how deep the relationship is. It's like you're paying your way as a man to get something from a woman. You're paying to keeping her happy. It's dating and relationships and marriage is nothing more than legal prostitution. You're doing everything to make her happy, but what if the money stops? Where can you go from there? You got to keep putting out, but you get nothing in return, really. I want you guys to think. I see men going all out, spending their hard-earned money on ungrateful ass bitches who don't give a fuck about them, and it's like women treat you all like shit for years. Whether you're a single guy or in a relationship, she treats you like shit, nags you to death, and disrespects you, and steps out on your ass behind your back. Come on, that's probably going on. You're doing everything to keep her happy, but you're unhappy. But you are unhappy. What does she bring to the table? What is she doing for you? Oh, she did this for me every once in a while. That's not consistent compared to what the stuff you're doing for her. You follow what I'm saying. I mean, then there's gonna be Mother's Day, then her birthday, then the same cycle continues. Whatever holiday you have in the country, men are going all out spending money on women, trying to get women to like them. But women are just taking advantage of the situation. Women are just taking and taking and taking. They give nothing in fucking return. The only time they want to do something for a guy, most of the time, if they want something. Unless they want something in fucking return, where they shame your ass and give you all types of guilt trips, to get something out of you. That's the only time they want to do something nice. You do something for her. You do a million things for her for the last 5 to 10 years. For women, period, counting relationships. But the one thing a woman does for you once every year, even once every few years, she will remind your ass for the rest of your life of what the nice thing she did for you. My thing is, bitch, what are you doing for me lately? What are you doing for these men lately? You're nothing. Compared to what the guy's doing, nothing. Not a damn thing. I hate this day. I'm lonely. I don't have nobody. I don't have nobody to celebrate the day with. And even when a guy does something nice for a woman on that day, even whatever pagan fucking day there is, she will find a way to throw it in his fucking face, make him feel bad about himself. It ain't good enough, or do something to hurt him because she's a spiteful, evil, vindictive bitch. You know, a lot of women saying, "Well, this is." I mean, throughout the years in my life, I'm really hated when I teach. When most of the teachers are women. They're making you write gifts and write poems and stuff for girls. And what does the girl do for you? Not really nothing, really. I couldn't understand back in the days because back probably the ones who were the generation where they grew up in the early generations of where they grew up when women who were born in my grandma's era from the 40s to the 60s and before even that, women did probably bring something to the fucking table back in those times. But nowadays, guys are required to do this for women, do that for women, and the women don't do nothing for the men unless they feel like it. Every once in a fucking blue moon. Writing poems and cards, that's for women. Men don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. You know, guys writing poems, these feminine ass poems, and writing cards and shit, sharing their feelings and just giving all types of compliments and stuff. But it's like you are just shaming you into doing it, and you have to get a good grade to do it. I remember in school doing that, and it's like it's the Valentine's Day is nothing more than it's for fucking girls and women. you know, you know. Hold on a second. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been slammed and criticized for not buying women gifts and flowers when I was in school. When I did do it in school, they insulted me and put me down and treated me like shit. One time, this was in high school when I did something nice for a girl. This is when the time when I had I had a lot of female enemies because I mean, I'm not gonna go much into it. I told this girl off. I should have cursed her out and put my hands on her and whooped her ass. But this bitch knew that there was this particular girl that I had an interested in. I was interested, but she was more interested in me. But when I did what these group of bitches try to set me up and try to get me for an assault charge and try to put me in jail on some bullshit and try to get me in trouble with the school. Which they did, but they didn't they didn't put me in jail. And it was all because a bitter ass bitch was mad because over a fucking joke. I'm not gonna say what I said or mention any names. Well, one time she insulted me, I insulted her back. And then I made a joke because she always flaunted her butt in my face. And then she got all butthurt and then she tried to put me in for harassment then. It's fucking ridiculous. I mean, when you think about it. But she had a problem with me going out with this chick. And this other chick, who I thought liked me, she gave into the peer pressure. Don't go out with this guy. He's bad news. Blah blah blah. He's undesirable. If you go out with him, I will tell the world that you're a fucking slut. But these bitches in high school are fucking sluts anyway. So I don't know why women get afraid and intimidated by other women saying, "Well, if you get with this particular guy who's a nice guy, like myself, if who's perceived to be an undesirable, who is labeled to be an undesirable, I'm gonna say you a whore because you slept with a nice guy, especially a so-called black guy. So if a woman sleeps with a man of color, she's a whore. But that don't make no sense. Coming from a black chick, she's a fucking coon anyway. So I don't even know how to even describe that. So, but what if she chases a Caucasian guy? Does that make her a gold digger? An Asian guy? Does that make her a whore too? A Latino guy? Does that make her a hoe? I'm trying to understand if a woman talks to a guy who's a loner and not part of the status quo, why is she called a whore when these bitches are fucking sleeping or fucking whoring around with these popular guys, the class president, the student council, the elite students of the student council, the basketball players, the top athletes, and the bad boys and the thugs, and the womanizers in the school, in every high school. That do you got those type of guys that women chase? But if they're not the regular nice guy like myself, they don't give that guys like me the time of day. And I hate it when girls say, "Well, Calvin, CJ, a lot of girls like you." Well, bitch, if that's the fucking truth, how come they ain't trying to go out with me? How come they ain't trying to fuck me? How come they ain't trying to suck my dick? How come they ain't letting me try to suck their feet and toes? I mean, what? I mean, eat their pussy or whatever the fuck. How come they ain't trying to get with me or trying to holler at me? And every time I try to holler at these females, they always make some excuse, or they just flat out reject me, or just disrespect me for no fucking reason. It's all bullshit. You're a nice guy. Why don't you go out? If I'm such a great guy and I'm a type of guy that you would want to marry, why don't we go out together and get to know each other and see if this is meant to be? Oh, I can't do that. Why you can't do that? Oh, I already have somebody, or I like you as a friend. But the thing is, to start off a relationship, to start off a successful, prosperous relationship, you have to start out as friends. You can't use friendship as a rejection line. It's not really a rejection line. You can't put a guy on hold in the friend zone to use him and take advantage of him. Then when after you get used the fuck up by these guys that you like, the popular guy, the rich guy, older guys, the bad boys, the thugs, the womanizers, the manginas, all those type of males that you like to fuck with, ladies, women, that you like to fuck with, girls that you like to fuck with, after you've been used up and ran through by these guys and been played, now you want the nice guy to take care of you and love you and take care of your fucking baggage? That's not fucking fair. That's not right. In other countries, men are allowed to whore around and sleep with a bunch of fucking women. They do that, fuck with a bunch of bitches, but they want the other women to be fucking virgins. After this guy had his fun, now he wants, after went through years of sowing his royal oats, if that's what you call it, now he wants the virgin. You were forced to hold out until he had his fun. Now he wants to fuck with you and get married to you and have kids with you. But he has baggage. He has baby mamas all over the damn place. You don't know if he has a disease or not. Now he wants you. How does that make you feel? It makes you feel like it pisses you off. That's how it is in other countries. But that's what you women do to us men in America, in the Western nations, Westernized nations. Valentine's Day is nothing more than a woman's day. I mean, Mother's Day is going to come soon. Men have to go all out, buy women a bunch of presents and shit for a bunch of mothers. And I'm not saying it's wrong to buy a woman a gift, but women want something for nothing. That's what I have a problem with. What do we get? What do a man gets in return? I think women should make the same effort for a men's day. and Father's Day. Instead of try to take every holiday, take over every holiday where women want love and attention and praise for doing fucking absolutely nothing but fucking shit up. Valentine's Day is nothing more than a fucking scam. You got a bunch of people who are in relationships, especially men, who are fucking unhappy as hell. Some women who are, actually a lot of women are unhappy as hell, but they're just happy to get attention from a dude and buy them shit. I don't know what else to say, but I'll say this. You know, it's going to come to a point where men have to step up and say, enough is enough. That we cannot keep going on like this, giving women whatever the fuck they want and expect them to like us and respect us. Love us and respect us, I mean. The problem is many women take men for fucking granted. And they're selfish as evil. They're selfish and evil as hell due to this gynocentric, autocratic society. This autocracy of a society, I mean. This guy, I'm so sick and tired of this gynocentric, autocracy of a society that I live in, where men are treated like shit and women are placed on a goddamn pedestal, and women see the state as Big Daddy to take care of them. Putting women on the pedestal, letting them do whatever the fuck they want to do, but never be accountable for their own shit and their own fuck ups. Never responsible for anything. It's always the man's fault, the common man's fault. So what I'm gonna do is just chill out. You know, it was bad enough that my mother and her friend, yes, a guy friend, but I had to spend some money on her. I don't have no problems doing things for mom, but Valentine's Day is supposed to be for men like myself and women in my age range, talking to each other and getting to know each other. Doing things for your mom and women in your family. That's the only time you should do that is for Mother's Day, her birthday, and pretty much it. And then you got the other holidays. But I'm just saying, the whole thing of Valentine's Day and every other fake pagan day is nothing more than a fucking scam. And I say men need to boycott these days. Men need to boycott these holidays. Even Mother's Day. How many guys have had a good, healthy relationship with their mama, with their mother? Mom treated you like shit as a boy, abused you, especially a single mother. I mean, there's a few moms that did some good things for you, so for some guys, but a lot of guys, that's not the case. There's a few good women out there who's doing good things for their man, or trying to meet a good guy and trying to want to do things and want to share intimacy and love and build a family with a good man. I salute y'all to that, to who are doing right. But I'm going to just say this. This day sucks. I wanted to touch on one thing before I sign out. It's like you got guys who are busting their butts, saving up their hard-earned money in high school, buying girls in their class, graduating class, a bunch of roses and candy, and all they get is nothing in return. I heard stories of guys, they wanted to go out their way, work several jobs, and buy a bunch of bitches flowers and candy. I'm talking about 1,000 girls, flowers and candy, and take them out on a dinner date. And just to get disrespected and humiliated and clowned, and these other girls fucking with bad boys and fucks who don't do none of that shit. This is what happens when boys are like that. Boys like this are raised by single women, single mothers. They don't got no manhood. They're not taught no manhood by the dad or he's a man. If he's there, he's a fucking pussy with mangina. You know, pander to women, kiss women's ass, cater to a woman, give her whatever she wants, and you will be happy. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck that. What men need to do from now on, if they're really serious, if they want women to change and drop this false sense of fucking entitlement, you gotta, first of all, you gotta wake people up and tell them what's going on in this evil ass society. I know that's difficult. Another thing, you need to boycott these pagan days. Stop taking women out on dates. Stop approaching women. Stop pursuing women. Be selective and have a goddamn standard. And maybe these women will fucking change. That we mean business, and we ain't playing with them. Think about that. I'm out. Peace.